to the 10th, but it might have been posted.
I understand.
But whether or not it was on January 10th or how this date arises.
Okay, well, number one, you need to figure out why that January 10th is on there. And number two, if it wasn't posted on January 10th, what's the relevance?
We agree, and that's something that if we decided to enter, we would have determined that. I don't know if this is the picture that we were going to enter, so it's the voluminous amount of information. I don't know if this is a picture.
Right, because y'all haven't exactly organized your case yet. All right, Mr. Sharp, they don't know whether they're going to use it or not. And they don't seem to, it would not at this point be admissible, but I can't tell you if it might be admissible at some other point when they get their case organized.
And you're right, it's not about the case not being organized, it's about whether or not we were using this particular piece of evidence. Like there we have a multiple of social media.
Right, well, you don't know whether you're using it, and you don't know whether it is relevant. So, because you don't know when it was posted or why you think January 10th is on there. So we just don't know. So,
Your Honor, in the previous motion, the state asserted it was posted a couple hours after the killing of Donovan Thomas. So if that is not the case and they cannot assert that, I would ask that this post be deemed inadmissible because it has no relevance and
I'm not going to deem it inadmissible because maybe at some point during their case, they'll come up with why they think that. Do you know what motion it was in? Maybe that'll help Ms. Hilton get to the source of.
It was argued in front of you.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what brought it up.
Maybe it was Ms. Love. I don't know. Maybe you need to speak with co-counsel.
Yes, I'm trying to. I believe we were going through the proposed exhibits upcoming, and I brought that up. But
yeah, you brought it up. I don't think we have gone through much social media yet. So I think you brought it up, and they said, but I don't remember who the they was over there at the time.
I don't believe it was me.
Okay, well, maybe check with Ms. Love. But I think it's going to be several hours, if even today, before there's any cross-examination anyway. So maybe we'll know the answer by the time we get to the cross-examination portion of the case. Also, that reminds me that with regard to cross-examination, I know, Mr. Steele, you had at one point suggested an interest in cross-examining Mr. Copeland as to everything that went on during the ex parte. And some of that is no longer relevant. So anything, I mean, if you want to cross about things that the state said to him or that he said to the state, that's fine. But we have, I think, both circumvented and the whole coercion issue, and he has now been properly and correctly advised by this court and had the advice and counsel of 3 different attorneys that I know of. So that should no longer be an issue, and so that should no longer be relevant. So I would not permit examination or testimony about that. All right.
Well, of course it's okay because you are the honorable court. But I will make an attorney proffer.
Okay.
Because if you'll accept it, otherwise I could do it with Mr. Copeland. But I respectfully disagree.
Okay.
Mr. Copeland on the 7th of June 2024 stated, and in my way I understand the law, he doesn't have a Fifth Amendment, but he refused to testify. And
Correct.
He used the Fifth Amendment as whatever, his statement. He made it clear to me as a reader of the June 10th, 2024 ex parte meeting that he was not going to testify. He said in court, outside the presence of the jury, that he was pressured please check the record with Ms. Winfrey. If he didn't use that word, he would use a similar word.
Mm-hmm.
He would never have testified except for that ex parte meeting where Judge Glanville pressured him, as well as Ms. Hilton. So I believe that it does go to his state of mind while he started to testify. Your Honorable Court correctly, in my understanding of the law, told him what is his options and how long he's looking in custody, and told him, I believe, the decision's his. The legal decision, though, will trigger you to have to exercise your discretion and hold him in contempt. So I believe that the jury gets to determine that information. In addition to that, Judge Glanville was with us since January 4th of 2023. This jury is all selected from the very first panel. To me, he was biased in front of the jury. I understand that what you said, that, no statement, I appreciate what you said. No statement made by the former court disparaging of lawyers should be considered, or whatever the words were. But there's also going to be a jury instruction that nothing that the court says is intimated an opinion. And I disagree in this case with that instruction. I'm going to object to that instruction. And I need the jurors to understand that Judge Glanville, I will make it clear. I will make it clear. I will make it clear I am excluding this honorable court. But Judge Glanville pressured him. And I will argue to the jury that Judge Glanville was biased. And that is admissible because it all happened in front of the jury. And from just Judge Glanville's demeanor, and I'm not here to hurt Judge Glanville. In fact, I like Judge Glanville. But I don't know what happened in this case, but I liked him before this case. But the way he conducted himself to people in this courtroom, I've never really seen a judge do. So I want to ask Mr. Copeland, it is very important to me to explain that he was taken against his desire into Judge Glanville's chambers, that he was with Judge Glanville, Miss Hilton, his lawyer. I'll make it all perfect. If I don't, you could admonish me and the state can correct me, but I'm not here to snowball anybody. But to say that I can exclude statements of Judge Glanville and, most importantly, the conscious or subconsciousness of this witness, because I believe, and I've not spoken with him, Your Honor. I've not spoken with his lawyer about it. But I believe that Mr. Copeland will truthfully say that he believed that Judge Glanville and the state of Georgia are one. And that comes out when Judge Glanville specifically says, and I don't remember the transcript page right now, but it's something to the effect of, we need your testimony. There's no we. Nobody needs anybody's testimony. If he didn't want to testify, I've had witnesses tell me, I'm not testifying. We subpoena them and come to court. They're held in contempt. There's nothing that the judge can do because the judge can't give immunity, so they can't compel the person to do it. So the person invokes their Fifth Amendment and they just leave. That is unfortunate, but that's a reality. There is no we. So with all that being said, I'm making an attorney proffer that if you prevent me from doing that, and Judge Glanville prevented me already, I'm just telling you, he prevented me from cross-examining Agent Racy. He's an FBI agent on misstatements made by the prosecution, knowing misstatements, knowing the prosecution, it was Ms. Hilton, knew that a gentleman who's the same last name as a court reporter entered an invalid, coerced guilty plea. Judge Glanville stopped me again from getting into the truth of that matter. It's never been corrected. The point I'm trying to make to you is that all came out in front of the jury. So yes, I am going to intend to do, I will follow your rule, obviously, but I intend to cross-examine Mr. Copeland, not only what was said by Ms. Hilton, but what was said by Judge Glanville. I will be respectful. I'm not here to, throw some odd names about Judge Glanville. I will just be very specific. And then if he doesn't answer my questions, I'm stuck with his answer of, I don't recall, or whatever has been going on in this courtroom. But I don't believe that you should limit the cross-examination. I didn't do that. you know, all that to me, that was very hurtful to me. And I don't mean hurtful. I mean, you know, it was offensive to our law. That's how I took that. And I know what you said about it. I know what Judge Kraft said about it. I look at it totally differently. I've never had a judge do that. I've done a lot of appeals. I know you've done a lot. I've never read a judge doing that. I've never seen a prosecutor do that. So I think that the jurors are entitled to know, and I think Mr. Williams, because he's the one who, God forbid, gets sentenced if I lose, I think they are entitled to know what caused Mr. Copeland from the 7th to be locked up. The jurors saw that. They saw that. He was testifying. He answered maybe 3 questions, maybe 5. He said, I'm not testifying. He invoked his 5th. The jurors were sent out, and he was gone. Jurors come out, and they're dismissed. He's just not there. We're on a long delay. I think that it is not irrelevant to this matter. I think it is more than relevant. I think it's probative. And this is the actual treatment by the former court and the current district attorneys of this case.
Okay, I understand your argument, and I am not making my ruling in any sort of an effort to protect Judge Glanville. I do not believe it is relevant to the issues for this jury to determine. With regard to whether Mr. Copeland's testimony between the 7th and the 10th was, I'm sorry, between the 10th and the 12th, was impacted by the ex parte on the 10th. I asked everybody, do we want to do the entirety of Mr. Copeland's testimony over? And everybody said, no, we want what got testified to between the 7th and the 12th at 3 p.m. So y'all had the opportunity to have it all done over, and you chose not to do that. You can ask him about the immunity and whether he'd be testifying without being ordered to. That's fine. But beyond that, the ins and outs of what happened in the ex parte with regard to whether there was a biased judge or not are, in this court's legal opinion, not relevant to these issues. And honestly, even the we need your testimony, Judge Glanville had made a determination that Mr. Copeland's testimony and compelling that testimony by an immunity grant was in the public's interest. And so the we there is Judge Glanville, or can very easily be understood to be Judge Glanville saying we the public, and not we, me, and the state. So I appreciate your proffer, but my ruling stands.
Can I just add to that then?
Sure.
So it's in the eyes, the mind, and the ears of Mr. Copeland, not a reader who can say, well, that's the public. In addition, Judge Glanville said to Mr. Copeland, on cross-examination, you are going to get tremendous cross-examination. And they know you better than we do. So they know what you did. The they, I would ask Mr. Copeland, is referring to Mr. Williams, Mr. Ryan, Mr. Nichols, Mr. Stillwell, Mr. Kendrick, and Mr. Huey. And that presumes guilt, because Mr. Williams does not know the reality that Mr. Copeland has done all this other things, like pull a gun on Mr. Watts that he admitted today, shot into a barber shop that he admitted to on the stand. These are outrageous conducts. For Judge Glanville to make that statement, yes, the jurors should hear about it and the effect of Mr. Copeland. And you are respectfully taking away the opportunity that we are all given. Judge Glanville did this to a witness that's currently testifying. And if you don't realize this, because this is, I think your first witness. This is a big witness. He has been spoken about the entire case. I opened on him. I said that Mr. Copeland killed Donovan Thomas. To remove this, I believe, is is going to be under the analysis of, has to be harmless beyond a reasonable doubt because it's a constitutional violation. So I'd ask you to listen to the remainder of the June 10th, 2015 statement, because he's going to talk about, he's already has, and if you can't understand it, the transcript seems to be, in my opinion, fairly accurate, where he talks about Mr. Williams. And if he didn't testify, none of this comes in. I think the jury gets to know that and why he testified. And it was because Judge Glanville held hands with Ms. Unlove and Ms. Hilton, and they coerced this man to testify, pressured this man to testify, whatever his words would be. So I ask you to just, I understand your ruling. I'm going to follow your ruling. I hope I made a good attorney proffer on cross, but those are the topics I would go in. I would not go into, and he also was, by the way, I have, based upon information belief, he wasn't fed and did not drink from Friday when he was held in custody until Monday when he's in that star chamber. So I think that that goes to his frame of mind as well. So, and when I say he, I'm talking about Mr. Copeland. And he was put into a jail in DeKalb County where the system was down, at least that's what he was told. He couldn't contact a family member. So I think that all that adding up to make his determination that, yes, I think that it's a corrupt system and the judge and the DA were going to hold me for not only this trial, but who knows how long 26 people can dispose of their case.
All right. Well, that part we definitely dealt with. If he was not given, or you have reason to believe he was not given food or drink between Friday and Monday, that's something that certainly should have been raised in the coercion motions that several of you filed, because that might have impacted between the 10th and the 12th. But again, you all decided you wanted the testimony between the 10th and the 12th. And that was a strategic decision on your part because you believed that there were beneficial things that he said during that testimony. I think that advice that these defendants, through their attorneys, would vigorously cross-examine Mr. Copeland is correct and accurate advice, and that these defendants know him better than the state's attorneys know him or anybody else is not inaccurate as well. If you would like to, understanding the parameters of my ruling, provide some questions that you believe should appropriately be asked, I'm happy to consider those. And it may be that there are, I mean, you can absolutely, again, ask him about the immunity grant and the, you know, even right now, whether he is only doing this because it's avoiding jail for him. That's fine. You can explore that completely. All right.
You know, you say it to Mr. Shard all the time, and I always tell him, don't say okay, because it seems like you're
Well,
waving it. So no, it's not.
By which I mean, all right, do you understand? Not all right, do you accept my ruling? Because I know you will abide by it, but you do not agree with the correctness of it.
Yes. And then the last thing I'd like to say, if I may.
Yeah.
When this honorable court said I didn't take up the opportunity to strike the entire testimony from the June 10th to the 12th, that's the law. The law is until that motion is filed of recusal. So I'm following the law, and there were beneficial points. I mean, you just read the transcript where he testified under pressure or not, but that is in the case. So I believe that I have a right to ask him about, you know, those days before you took over, before you gave him the proper admonitions and the correct law. So that's
okay.
all.
Thank you. So that the record is clear, I am suggesting that obviously the law with regard to the timing once a recusal motion has been granted, what you have to undo. Yes. What I'm saying is if you believed that there was coercion starting at some point earlier than that, based on a lack of food and drink or any kind of treatment like that, then that could have been brought up. And y'all chose not to bring that up or not to make that argument. And you all could have agreed to redo the entirety of the testimony, or you could have asked to redo the entirety of the testimony on the basis of it having been coerced, and I would have considered that.
Well, at the time, I was following the court's order, which I didn't think I even needed an order, but that I could cross-examine Mr. Copeland on everything that happened on the ex parte meeting. And that's when I made my ruling, or not ruling, sorry. That's when I said, I don't want it out. In addition to that, I didn't want it out because I want to cross-examine him on why he did it. It's part, why he testified from the 10th to the 12th. That's part of the case, and I think that it goes to the jurors. The jurors are entitled to know who the prosecutors are and who the judge was. And it goes to their bias, their interest in the case, and their motivation on how they are prosecuting this case. So.
Okay, I don't think that any order that I issued led you to believe that you would be able to, well, it may have led you to believe, but I don't think it should have reasonably led you to believe that you would be able to explore anything about what Judge Glanville said or did during that ex parte.
I think that it was clear to me, whether you said it or not, the way I understand the rules, that that's a part of this case, that's a part of this witness, and that it comes out on cross or direct examination. The prosecutors can sit here and say now, maybe they're going to do it. I have no reason to believe that they are or not. But Mr. Copeland, we had a misunderstanding on June 10th, and we had a meeting with the judge, and your lawyer was there the whole time. They could do all that as well. But I don't see handcuffing Mr. Williams' lawyer on cross-examination when it is a reality case. Just like Mr. Copeland went out and spoke on a jail call and made statements about things. That's his state of mind at the time. It may be relevant. I think it's relevant here. I think it's relevant that Judge Glanville did this and Miss Hilton did this.
You can ask about anything Miss Hilton did.
No, I understand you did not limit that, but you're limiting the way I heard you today. I have to almost excise Judge Glanville, and that's what I'm objecting.
All right. Yes, sir.
Just so I'm clear with what the court just ruled, we can ask about things that Ms. Hilton said to Mr. Copeland during that ex parte meeting. We just can't label an ex parte. This is what I'm concerned with. There's a lot of confusion and I think misunderstanding of this immunity. I understand the order that was granting him use and derivative use immunity. However, Ms. Hilton articulated to Mr. Copeland in chambers much more than that. For instance, my understanding of law, and Your Honor, I know that you've dealt with these issues more than me, the statute of limitations is not what we normally think it to be. It's not from the date of the offense. It's told if there's no evidence of who committed the offense. Mm-hmm. That's one, the perpetrator has to be known. So Ms. Hilton said, for instance, we'll use the barbershop shooting. Ms. Hilton said, oh, all this stuff is older than 4 years, so you can never be prosecuted. He could be prosecuted for the barbershop shooting.
But here's the thing.
They would just have to put a tolling provision.
That's not relevant either, because it is not the fact that the statute of limitations may or may not have run that prevents the state from prosecuting him for something he wants to get on the stand and confess to. It is the grant of immunity that prevents that. So regardless of the correctness or incorrectness of statute of limitations comments, they cannot use anything he gets on the stand and confesses to because they granted him immunity, or the court has granted him immunity.
But in my mind, here's the difference. The state has made a deal with the, quote unquote, I'm not calling the man the devil, but that's the saying. And there's a difference between them saying, oh, we're giving you use and derivative use immunity versus them saying, we will absolutely not prosecute you. They have basically, I don't know if they checked with Rich Homie Kwan's father, but they've basically given this man carte blanche to never be prosecuted for anything he says. And if I was representing Kenneth Copeland later on and they indicted him for something like this, I would say, y'all must be crazy. Y'all got in the back room and told this man, you guys are never prosecuting him. So they've done more than giving him use immunity. They've given him blanket immunity for everything. And that, to me, is fertile ground for impeachment and cross-examination. And I think the jury needs to know they want Jeffrey Williams, they want Shannon Stillwell, they want these people so bad that they gave Mr. Copeland just full reign to run around Atlanta, do all these things, and as long as you get up on the stand, we're never going to prosecute you. And I think that's relevant.
Okay, well, they didn't give him full reign to go do things he hasn't done yet. So, I mean, let's not get too far afield with this.
Well,
you may explore any kind of interest he might have in testifying in a way that might be beneficial to the state, although I don't think that's happened anyway, because you could explore bias. You're entitled to do that, but we're not getting, this is not a trial about how the state handled Mr. Copeland or how Judge Glanville handled Mr. Copeland. This is a trial about whether these defendants, whether the state can prove that these defendants committed the acts that they allege them to have committed. And if you want, again, you also, all of you all are welcome. If you want to give me a list of questions that, or that you believe should be able to be asked, I can look at them.
Very well, Your Honor.
All right.
Go ahead, Mr.
I just want to raise something.
Sure.
While you hopefully reconsider. And this was mostly, the prosecutors. I think Mr. Atkins, I was going to exclude him, but I think he did it too. They asked witnesses, to my knowledge, without any basis, well, you're testifying this way, but have you ever had to testify before in front of Mr. Williams? When you were giving your statements, was Mr. Williams present? And then they did it with everybody. Was Mr. Huey present?
Right.
I've objected every time. And it's totally, that's a crime of witness intimidation without any evidence. It's just, and they say, no, I haven't testified at all, but I don't remember, or I told you something wrong, or I didn't say that to you. I want to do now and show what the state is doing to witnesses. And I'm telling you, Your Honor, when Mr. Zachary comes, and I brought this up earlier in a pretrial meeting, my understanding is that Ms. Love had him served, he being Mr. Zachary, served with a subpoena.
Okay.
It's a trial subpoena from what I was told. Ricky Richardson was his lawyer at that time. Ms. Love ordered Mr. Zachary the day before to drive from Augusta, Georgia, miss his job, to her office because she said if he doesn't come, Judge Glanville will lock him up. There was no trial going on. This in 2023, we were doing jury selection. I heard about that, so I raised it to Judge Glanville. This is abuse of power. You don't order somebody to come to your office with the hammer of the judge going to lock you up. Judge Glanville said, put on your evidence. He gave me an opportunity. Everybody said they didn't want to testify, so I didn't call anybody. Ricky Richards, I didn't call anybody, so I forfeited the motion. But my point is to say that, somehow there's witness intimidation from Mr. Williams et al. I want to show what's really going on, and that ex parte meeting helps illustrate it. I will also ask Mr. Zachary, because I'm confident he'll know. It was not attorney-client privilege because it didn't just come from Mr. Richardson. He told me you can also speak with Mr. Zachary with Mr. Richardson, and he'll tell you the same. That's all we spoke about, coming to court. And he did come to the courthouse. I'm told that his father met him there too. This could be wrong because I'm not there. And then his father said, the law, there's no trial going on, my son's leaving. So there was no conversation. Okay. But my point is, this is not an isolated incident, and I'd like you to just allow the truth to flow. I'm not going to hurt Judge Glanville. I'm just going to state what was said. That's it. And it's really the impact, like you said, on Mr. Copeland.
All right, thank you. Sure. Do you want to wait and see what Mr. Weinstein has to say first?
Okay. Briefly, Your Honor. The discussion this morning came up about Mr. Copeland being deprived of food and water at Rice Street, as well as conditions, other issues that happened at Rice Street between June 7th and June 10th. And I believe the court said, I may have misunderstood you, that several attorneys filed motions regarding the coercion in the chambers. Perhaps this is something that we should have brought up. I was completely unaware that that happened.
Well, it's not, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm not sure it did happen. He has some reason he thinks it may have happened.
Okay.
He Mr. Steele, but okay.
So I did not learn of this possibly happening then, let's put it that way, until I saw Mr. Copeland on social media this week. So this isn't something that I could have brought up regarding Judge Glanville and the coercion that took place. So if we do get further facts of that, I would like to bring that up with the court again, because it sounds like that could have influenced your decision on the coercion. Perhaps not, but I would like to bring it up in the future.
All right, thank you. Mr. Engelberger.
Yes, Judge. I'm a little late to the party, obviously. When we're talking about privileged communications, I understand there may have been a hearing about what was said to or discussed between him and his other lawyer, but as it relates to any communications between my client and I as of August 13th of 2024, obviously I would assume this court understands those would be off the table in cross-examination.
All right. As far as I know, there haven't been any hearings about anything that was communicated just between Mr. Copeland and either Ms. Bumpus or Mr. Melnick. There was a hearing about things that might have been said with Ms. Hilton present with Mr. Copeland and Ms. Bumpus.
Okay.
Yeah, certainly. I understand privilege. Thank you.
Your Honor, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
There's two very quick things that I just wanted to address. One, and normally I'd ask that the camera be turned off for this, but I think I was wrong yesterday about the statement about the shooting of Rich Homie Kwan's barbershop. I don't believe that came up yesterday in the statement. And I've looked at the rest of the statement. I don't believe that topic comes up. So I know Your Honor asked me to send an email, and I'm just reporting back to the court on that.
All right.
And also, I just have a question. In the state's transcript with the redactions, there's some that are in red, some they're in different colors, and I'm just asking as we review along what the significance of the different colors are so we can check to make sure everyone's on the same page in real time.
Yes, Your Honor. There's some that I put in different colors because I had a question about. Anything that's in yellow and red, we're going to exclude because that was something I had a question about, I think, based on things that have occurred in court. Those will be excluded. Okay. The only one that is in blue that I actually was going to bring up this morning, Your Honor, is page 202, line 14 through 20. We had previously discussed 14 to 20 when we first talked about redactions, I guess 2 weeks ago. This is the line in which Mr. Copeland says that he's aware that Shannon carries guns and carries it on him, and if you stop him, he'll know that he has a gun. And I think at that point in time, Mr. Sharp brought up his objection based upon what we argued yesterday. And so the state wanted to know we were permitted to now play that part given what occurred yesterday, given your order or ruling yesterday.
Okay, so are you asking what is my ruling about that, or what are you asking?
Basically, we intend to play it, and we just want to make sure that that's fine. Based upon your ruling yesterday, we intend to play that section, but that was one of the sections that we had a question on 2 weeks ago. We didn't address it yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that blue has been taken care of, and you do intend to play that
Yes, Your Honor.
based on my rule. Okay.
Yes, and while we're on it, Your Honor, I did go back yesterday to see if there were any other portions that could be redacted to kind of move the video along.
That's wonderful.
And
Thank you.
I do have a few
Okay.
portions that the state intends to redact. I just want to put it on the record.
Okay.
One of those. So first is page 165, line 3 through page 167, line 16.
All right. And I guess give the defendants
So it's going to be 11.
a chance to look at that and see if that's something they want in or if it's just nothing anybody needs.
And the top, sure. It is him saying that he needed to pay for the light bill, and that's why him and Deshaun were getting into issues. He talks about the fact that the stolen items that were found in his house were taken from individuals who went outside, who went to go do a jug, which went to go do a robbery. And so that's why those items were in the house. And then the detectives questioning him about the fact that he gave his mother-in-law's car to these individuals and he didn't know what they intended to do. So,
Your Honor,
Yes.
we're going to object to the redaction of that. I mean, that, and I understand why the state would want to redact it. I mean, that's prime example of Mr. Copeland being caught with stolen goods in his house, in his car, and pushing the blame on others, which
All
is
right.
exactly what he's doing
Okay.
here.
So they would want that in. I guess they would play it anyway. So do you want to leave it in?
I'm going to leave it in.
Okay.
The next, Your Honor, is page 176, line 14 through page 181, line 3.
And what's the general topic of that?
He talks about a few things here. His second child's mother wanted child support. Talked about some medical things with her that he paid for.
Anybody care if that stays up?
And it's really talking about that relationship he has with his second child's mother.
Okay. That fine to excise for everybody.
Where does it, redaction end?
176 line 14 through 181 line 176 line 14 through 181 line 3.
Your Honor, I think that those portions, I know we want to speed this up, but those portions give the full picture of Mr. Copeland. It's more, I'm the victim. These women are taking advantage of me.
Okay. She is indicating by nodding and scratching it off that she'll leave it in.
Next is page 193, line 1 through 194, line 21, which initially talks about Demekion being the reason that DB was killed, and then transitioning into when he gets bored at Deshaun's house, he'll leave, but that he hasn't been cheating on her, etc. 193 line 1 through 194 line 22.
Anybody want that in?
We agree that that's
Okay.
pretty irrelevant.
Everybody's good with redacting that part.
And the last one that we have, Your Honor, is page 208, line 1 through page 211, line 10.
And the general topic is
They're telling him he should move. They're telling him maybe he should go to Miami, not go to Miami, but go somewhere like North Carolina or Kansas. That he should start afresh and anew. And then he goes back into talking about the robbery that he was, what occurred leading up to why he was arrested on June 10th.
I'm sorry, Ms. Yes, I got to start. What's the end of this section?
Page 211, line 10. Okay.
you want that in?
Yes.
Okay. She'll leave.
Never
You
mind,
leave
I'm
that in.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Can I take a quick comfort break? I know you're about to bring the jury in.
How about you go do that while we bring Mr. Copeland and the jury in, but not recess for that.
Your Honor, can I do it too? Sorry. Coffee.
Okay. Never mind. Let's all take a break.
Okay, thanks.
Quickly, please.
This judge is a pushover. I had substitute teachers like her. They come in with all that barking, but then at the end of the day, you're able to run amok up in the classroom till your original teacher comes back. But this is what I wanted to say. She better be careful because I could smell a motion for a recusal coming up. I bet as we speak, Brian Steele is typing that motion up now. Mark my word. I would love to have a boss like her come in and take a break before you start working. Let me get my coffee. Let's get some balloons in the chat to help celebrate Young Thug's birthday. On day 113, he spends his 33rd birthday in court. I guess it's better than spending your 33rd birthday in jail, although he is still incarcerated. Come on, man, where them balloons at? Let's get Jeffrey Williams some type of celebration. We don't know if this man guilty or not. And Lil Woody, aka Kenny Copeland, if you listening, man, pull up on me. Cause you need proper representation. You been misguided right now. And let's not get that word immunity for a lesser term fucked up. Cause a lot of this stuff the state saying that they won't charge you for, the feds will come right back through that back door and pick that case up, little bro. For instance, shooting up Rich Homie Quan's daddy barbershop. And if I was a juror, I would have to be removed from that part of the case because I'm a barber myself. And I'm highly against shooting up the barbershop. I think it's a cowardly act anyway. And I'm going to say this again, too. This judge don't realize who she dealing with. Oh, Brian Steele, he finna have her recused off this case, too. That's what his argument is all about this morning. He basically telling her, either you gonna ride with me or you about to ride out. Go find you a seat next to Judge Glanville somewhere. Speaking of Judge Glanville, we need him in the courtroom too. He needs to come be a witness because we need to know about this ex parte meeting. And without him being in there, we won't get all sides of the story. We heard Woody's argument about the ex parte. We heard the defense lawyer's argument about the ex parte. We heard the state's excuses about why they held the ex parte. With Judge Glanville being a part of the party of this ex parte meeting, it's only right that he get in her and get in the hot seat. And we get some balloons in the chat for Jeffrey Williams' birthday, aka Young Thug. How many of y'all out there hip to gematria, turning letters into numbers? Well, in gematria, the number 113 has a special meaning. I ain't gonna tell you, I'm gonna let you do your homework. Still waiting on them balloons for Jeffrey Williams' birthday. Help Young Thug kick it a little bit. Let's not convict the man and we don't know all the facts. And if you're on that Facebook side and you post them your balloons, I'm just gonna say thank you. We can't see it over here right now. Well, they can't see it on YouTube. I can see it, but I'm pretty sure Young Thug would thank you. I wonder is he having one of them jail parties today? They're gonna pull out the Kool-Aid and the moonshine. Some of them penitentiary joints floating around. If not, I'm gonna put one in the air for you, Doug. We back in the building, y'all. Let's go. Yeah, I really thought this judge meant business when she came in, but I see she just a pushover. Now watch your boy come in here and he request a break after 15 minutes.
Come on, Judge. Come on.
Why you got time, Woody? Tell your boy happy birthday.
Miss Helen, you can proceed.
That boy got that look like he never up this early.
And Your Honor, we're reading 2905.
Where did he say he got the stuff from? He never said. Did what happened? I gave him the key. You know what I mean? I look, bro. They put the gas in the truck, bro. You know what I mean? Bring it back. I bought the cutlet. When they bought the cutlet, they had out to the head. So I just left. I still. I mean, I left. When I hit left, they were searching whatever they got. I mean, must have dropped back on where they came from. I mean, when she dropped back off, I was in her sleep. That was last night. I wanted to see you on a video for one of these cars. I ain't breaking no code. That's not the question. No, that's it. Yes or no. I'm not going to see you on no video. You're going to see them breaking no car. You're going to see them. You sure? Yes. Okay. Because we found a police report.
Why you said there's a tag over there?
We found a police report on Foster Street, and these are victims. These two guys, IDs or whatever, was in the truck. And their laptop, and we got the sunglasses and 2 book bags from out they Shine House. At they Shine House. This morning, the 2 book bags, they ain't either them. They book bag yours? No, they ain't they Shine. This shit from these cars. You understand? They asked me to Shine House. Yes. Man, it's true. Because you didn't say that they came in the house. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm not double talking or over talking you. I'm being real clear, precise with what I'm doing. So that's what I'm saying. I'm going to let you give a little bit, and then I'm going to shoot your story down. I ain't gonna lie, man. Everybody now. So, I not believe you, Tam Bobby. Who? Tam Bobby. Tam Bobby what? Bobby who? I put a picture on them on my page. You know about what black box last name? Bobby whatever his name is. And say who? Taylor. They said it's Trevante. So once again, why is this stuff at the place where you registered? When they bring me the cousin, I still left. I mean, when I still left, I was like, shit. They act like they ain't have it. I wouldn't really swim. Cause I really don't store left. When they brought it back, they trying to show me like, damn, bro, we ain't getting it. You know what I'm saying? I'm already tired, so I'm like, all right. They sure had all her friends out. They furnished it. So she had all her friends out. But I ain't feel like dropping them up. So Muslim was dropping back up. This was yesterday? Or late last night? Into this morning? Yeah. Okay. So Muslim was dropping back up. I was in her sleep. You know what I'm saying? That's not true. Yes, it is. Jay Sean said she was asleep when you got in this morning. Late. I'm telling you what she told me. Jay Sean was woke. I was mad because I'm just trying to tell her home. You call her home. I'm just telling you what she told me. She said she didn't even hear you come in last night because she was asleep. Jay Sean did not say that. What the fuck I got a lie to you for? What the hell she lied, bro? What the fuck I got a lie to you for? She said she was asleep when you came in super late. She made it seem like I got a big shit. She ain't making it seem like nothing. At the end of the day, she riding for you. Because she still got your black ass around and you fucking off her shit. You making her high. Then you need to be focusing your energy on the motherfuckers on the street. Because she the one that's been down for you since all this bullshit been going on. Right. But, man, you got you fucked up because you know that. You fucked up. Nobody else. This shit pressuring me, man. This shit is about the damn money, bro. What money? For the damn light bill. That ain't my fault that you did that. No, I ain't breaking the car. I wasn't even with them. I didn't get in the car. But for what reason though? Because you knew they was going to do some stupid shit to get the money. I knew they was going to go. You knew they was going to do a jug. You ain't know what the exact jug was, but you know what the fucking jug is. You know they ain't going to church. I know what this is. I'm just looking at it like shit. I ain't gonna get in trouble for that. Every time I'm just looking at it. But you can still fucking up their shots or something else would happen to that fucking car. That truck is in her mama's name.
What if they did a robbery?
Like I told you. And this is just the first report we found.
We can check on that.
What I'm saying. I told him. I said, look, now, the car they shot my mama's name. You know what I'm saying? I said, yeah, I said, your mama's name. She gonna tell the police if y'all do anything, I did. And I'm there, I know I ain't going after nobody else. I told you just like that. Once again, this is just the first report we had. That we were able to find was based off the IDs that was left in the truck. So some more shit come back involving that truck. You know we're gonna come back and have another conversation. And I'm telling y'all everything right now. Like I'm saying, once again, you're enabling people to fuck you in the long run. You're enabling them. Because somebody's doing something nice for you and they shine, getting them a truck, doing the rental car, all that shit, and you giving it to these dudes. Which, I don't believe you say you wasn't there, but I'm going to tell the zone too. Everybody in Buckhead got cameras. Everybody everywhere got cameras. And I'm going to review that video. And that's going to be some more felonies on you.
Just like with the guns and double, we interviewed you at Turnfield. We told you.
I ain't saying nobody else.
We told you though. We said, listen, bro, we gonna go review this tape. You ain't did nothing. You good. If not, you gonna see us again.
I wanted to say I had it, but I just like, okay, you need to tell me right now where you there when these songs got broken. No. Okay. You say no? I believe you right now. Until I got proof otherwise.
Well, you gotta start thinking about you and your bro. That's what you keep wondering about. Everybody that you name don't seem to give a fuck about you.
You're right, and
give a fuck about them.
They kind of pressuring me like,
shit, I only want to give a fuck about you.
I just kept saying to myself like, damn man, I mean, this and that. I kept saying, I'm trying to stay out of jail. You know what I mean? Like when the police can't get out of here, you gotta say, damn man, they got me for their gun. But you ain't know it was coming? Huh? You didn't feel that it was coming? Nah, look. I found out down there got this video. I mean, something like that. So who went up there and directed them folks? Because that's what I'm going to go. Every day. That's about 30 months.
Bullshit.
Why the fuck they go to the city?
Why we get a call from the mayor though?
Because that's the city rec center. Everybody said that. They're going to cool me.
Well, somebody
in your crew that's cool with you,
put the word out.
Put the word out. Yeah, nah, listen. And I promise you, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen real good. If anything happens to anybody that works up there, it's coming to you. No, it's not. I'm telling you. It's coming to you. I'm telling you it's coming to you. Listen to me. So you better put the word out. That shit better not happen. I respect them keeping up. Those people know for a fact that I'm not going to come to nothing, nobody in there. Right. You better put the word out. You better put the word out. To who? To your crew. You keep on our crew. Listen to this. Whoever any of them, all two niggas I'm back there with you. With Shannon D. And they ain't with you. I mean, you sitting there by yourself. And guess what? Them niggas, man. I'm telling you, something happened to anybody work up there. We gonna come back for you.
It's in the name.
It's in the name. I'm not worried about that. Okay, it's in the book. I'm worried about. Who started it? and I'm gonna tell you that they know. No, bro. They know y'all. That's fine. The next trade. He said that, y'all. Still ain't threatening him. He works with him. I'm not saying he threatened him, but he coming back and running his mouth about whatever, and other people have gone in there and said things to these people. And you may not even have had nothing to do with it, but I'm telling you, if anything happens to anything, it's in the name of Kenneth Copeland. We coming back. No, it's not. Oh, John Boy here, chill, because it's already been spoken on. No, because y'all saying this no lie. Since they come trying to him, they told me we couldn't come back this one. Why you this song? Listen to this though. Since they said that, guess what? I hadn't been hanging in Canada like that. You do. Get out of this, cuz. I got somebody that I work with that's in Mechanicsville all the time, every day, right? What his name is? I'm not going to tell you that. I know his name, whatever it's called. Who? Hamburger. No, I'm not talking about police. I'm talking about somebody that lives out in Mechanicsville. You know what I'm saying? I meet with this person once a week. Okay, I said, what's going on in Mechanicsville, blah, 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 right? He showed me pictures of you. What did you do Memorial Day weekend? Memorial Day weekend.
Nathan?
Don't matter. I know what you did, because I saw what you did. Memorial Day weekend. What was you holding in the pictures? I take care of the hood because the hood take care of me. Oh, the weed? Yeah, and the lean. You passing out shit. You said what did I do? Like I did something wrong? No. I said that's something wrong. Distributing drugs? But I don't want you for that, because that's minor to me. I don't want you to think about it, so that lets you know that you ain't out. Listen, but that's not the way it's dependent for you. And I ain't going to one thing I go say guilty. I know, I can still wait. What I'm saying is, I ain't doing the type of stuff that, like, I'm trying to find myself. But I mean, what you do? I'm not trying to tell you, know, that shit ain't working, man. I try to gamble. I keep losing.
You remember last time I said, why don't you leave? I don't think you take shine, your pretty baby, and get there. Go on.
You know what I thought about today? You know what I thought? I thought I'd get my check cut back on. I had John home. She put up on me yesterday. She found out book with my child support. I mean, pay. She told me I did this type shit. I'm like, yeah. She like, I go down to the Social Security place to get proof of something, and I learned how to pay child support. She supposed to got me today and took me down there to get my check information so I could go have it. Why you gotta get a check? Why? Do you have an able working body? It's something. I did.
You have a four-wheel, right?
Oh, this is what I'm saying. Fuck yeah, you get really into doing all that. I take word classes to have in school. I understand that, but you're a very intelligent young man, kid. You process things, you think about things, and then you react. I will say that about you. You have an able working body. Okay? Get out of that mindset of
Depending on the check. Depending on somebody else to take care of you and yours.
No, this girl is. Y'all don't understand what she's doing to me. She's trying to make it hard on me, like, to get you out of jail. She's trying to get because I gave her the money. When I had money, I said, go get a bush. I paid for the whole thing. You know what she said? She said she gonna get it. When I gave her the money, she kept it. You know what I mean?
That's somebody, bro.
I understand it, but you know what I told her? To give her this money. Is letting you know right now. But I'm not having no process. I mean,
that's not, but when you laid up with it, you had parts of it, you know? So therefore, that's
I didn't lay down. I did that on.
When you crossed that line, it was a touchdown, okay? And you got to be a man and take responsibility for your actions. Regardless.
You know what? Like the baby was my sister and stuff, but
you talking about the baby with that child or no?
No. That's my profession.
That's the baby?
Yes.
But the other thing?
No, the DNA says it is, but what I'm saying is, you didn't want that. The girl trying to throw it on me like, she not, you know what I mean? She not trying to dish. Yeah, me too. Yeah, you know what I mean? So,
because guess what, bro?
They pressure me like,
she gonna
see you with that shine and your lady that you wanted. Family this, family that. She's envious. She wants that. You don't even want to claim the one that. Because I have my bush land.
eat that thing.
But what, I already know they have food stuff. You know, they do for the black people. But what I'm saying is, man.
Oh, no. You did not just say that. That ain't that. Fully, you as a young, all this energy that y'all using to do all this other dumb stuff, you can use that in a right way. So try to live a normal, peaceful life. You remember the last time I said, why don't you leave go to practice somewhere? What you tell me? I was raised in Atlanta, I'm gonna die in Atlanta. That's your mindset.
But, and then, okay, put it with. So like I did. Have you heard anything been shut up?
Not that we know of.
Man, you try to say, I keep saying not that I know. Okay.
A lot of stuff happens that they don't like from Canada, they don't really call the police.
Why they don't?
They don't.
Because they handle shit on their own.
They already know they gonna retaliate, so it's almost like why call the police? That's why they probably looking at you like
when people involved with them, it's other people's shit that get shot up. Right. They call the police like, oh, sister live next door to me, or you know, whatever. And that's how we connect the dots. So this should show y'all that this shit ain't getting shot up yet. No.
Crap.
Because this shit is getting shot up.
The neighbors calling it.
They are physically calling. The neighbors calling up like, hey, some car just rolled past and blah, 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 shot up this place, shot up that place.
When they shot up Lucy Mama house, you know what that is? That's like
she's gonna raise in some of you. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
She got all this money.
It's white people stay right there. You think they gonna sit there and let I ain't gonna say y'all, but you think they gonna just sit back and let that happen?
I say y'all because y'all got the fucking gun. You can't say y'all because yo crew. Listen,
What is it?
yo fucking crew. When all this going on, the only two people I had was Shannon and Dick. You know what I mean? It was a different, let me explain it, because it was a different story. If you got to go to Shannon, or you got to go to Dick. You know what I mean? Listen. This got to do with Thug. Now, anything before, ain't with Thug, anything. Yeah, I'm not here. Not me. I ain't nobody's name, but man, Shannon, something. Like I said, you know, say it, because when you start talking about what you do, you go, I know you don't want to. I mean, I had help, man, but it just, you so over. What's your nickname for?
The one that game. I respect you. You understand? Because you stood overall, you stood tall through it all. Right? Like the last time. I felt when you walked out of here, I thought, you seen New Jack City. When Nino came back on the back of the bike and they shut up, I thought when you walked out of here, I didn't want you to go. I'm telling them like, man, they don't get out of that boy, man. And every time you keep coming out unscathed, you ain't been shot. One time. We keep recovering. Drums of rounds where they just and it's like God keeps giving you an opportunity. You got a cover on you, and you keep living the telling. And instead of you saying, "Self, this shit is getting a little too real. I need to get on," you keep coming back for more.
You know what's going on?
What?
To truly tell, man, this was really is, man. This was really is.
Really?
Every time I do something, I know my name come back on.
Right.
So you know what I do? I go ahead and leave. You know what I mean? I go with his son, and I tell him, I'm right here. You know what I mean? You see me, you see each other. Let's go straight. You know what I mean? Let's I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
Sometimes they might do shit without me knowing and he'll tell me I just say. Because this one Shannon used to tell me, Shannon used to talk to me. Shannon never think I tell on him. You know what I'm saying? But since this shit happened, bro, it's just like, I feel like everybody gets me.
You should.
I feel like everybody. Sometimes I be riding with me and Kobe. And I get nervous. Like, I had to get away because I know what I done did before. Like, what I done told. You feel what I'm saying? So, once I heard this nigga Doug wanted me killed, I was like, This just scared the hell out of me, bro. I woke up and went to the graveyard and sat there for a long time and talk TV, play music. You know what I mean? Like, so I didn't even get anything. I honestly didn't, bro. You want to kill me, bro? You know what I mean? Only reason I ain't saying that because it wasn't my business. I wasn't there. I mean, all I know is what I heard. You know? But it's like, this looks like, I don't think I ever did that. I just man, I shot that kid. You know what I'm saying? It's the only thing I did. I didn't do that because of the world. I mean, no, which incident? Huh? Which incident? I told you about last time.
Which one?
Yeah.
But what you gotta do?
This the only time, guess what? Man, Kel let it go. Kel was going to the club. The club. And Kel was just like, what's up, stuff? I'm like, shit, you gonna stay around there? I mean, that nigga can't, you know what I mean? He can't, I don't know what up on me.
So they basically coming at you, not really because they can't touch the tub, but you the quote unquote closest thing to them.
This is what you don't understand.
And you know what? That's right.
That's the part where you don't understand that. And then the biggest problem that you have with them all, you want to know why? Because you want to know what happened when y'all shoot up somebody's house? Guess what happened to me? Okay, I'm on my way in. I'm tired and woke up out of my sleep.
Just problem right now. Whatever he say, he does it.
How much you get paid?
Next. There's no way. There's no fucking way. It's my mom graveyard.
Why? Well, why is he doing it?
He that guy.
Guess who told me? Guess who told me what he can pay next? So.
Wait a minute, what?
He said Shannon. Shannon told me. But why, as it sounds, Shannon don't trust you. Why would I tell you anything?
Okay, put it this way. He ain't got to tell me that. What does he got? Shannon got a truck. He gonna take you for $3,000 to get a truck ready. And he got $3,000 to go take him. But I mean, the shit out here, man. I know Shannon. So like I got trying to say, now wait, come on, man. You right, I don't have to do it. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying that you ain't got shit for it, but you come with this big ass bag of weed, all these bottles of leaves.
I just take a picture with it.
No, because we got to
make it look good.
Who would let you hold that money if don't nobody, as you sell it,
And you
don't nobody buy it?
just, if you pay attention, I haven't had no money flinched. I haven't been flinched. You know what I'm saying?
I saw a video she played.
Of my hood.
Of who?
Of my hood. I just flinched some hundreds. That's the only thing.
My guy came in and showed me a shitload of shit. I'm just like,
They trying to find something old, but
no. It was from Memorial Day week. Just from I'm just speaking about Memorial Day week.
was last time I talked to him.
What, 2 weeks? Yeah, this is ridiculous.
That's you in this corner. That's the corner.
These who you need to be feared right now.
You fear them more than you fear them.
Because right now, I just need help. If y'all can come down to help me, I promise you, bro. I'm gonna sit right here and tell y'all everything I done heard, everything I done found, and everything. I can tell y'all stuff that y'all can go get. Understand?
Are you willing to do that?
I promise I can do it right now. I can show y'all houses. I can y'all can butcher everybody's back. I don't care, man. I just want y'all to
What do you
get
want
my
to
business back there.
So now you're ready to go. Now you gonna listen and go. But what?
I didn't have no listen. I can't leave, man. I can't.
If you stay, you are a dead man walk. Okay? Everybody ain't gonna miss. You can't trust nobody. You can't ride with nobody. You can't sleep.
I feel them. Won't tell why I feel them so much. Cause they know how to get me. You know what I'm saying?
You wanna know how they go? If you don't know how they can get you, Lindsay, they'll be the one to put one in your head.
Somebody told.
You wanna know why?
Somebody told.
Because you
whatever takes Stacy. And I tell you that all the time. Money ain't shit, bro. Money ain't. That we got to my pay now, man. I mean, okay, when I do this money, I get a gamble. It's my hustle. I gamble. I don't get it again. I mean, I win, I lose. But when you just out there and told me that he was in the cup and a lot of the shit he's doing, man. I just found out that these niggas gonna try to have me killed like 2 days ago.
So at this point, what do you want to do?
So I just want to go down around no food. Cause I don't want to run and I already know, man.
I know you don't want to run, little brother, but at the same time,
I haven't done it. I promise you, I feel showing everything I love, man.
But your name is, did you know how she said?
Throw did it to me, man. Listen, man. Throw been doing it to me for the longest.
You don't know what you.
Set me up. Every time I got here for the probation violation, he had me go show some here. Police come to Canada, what was it? I ain't have nothing to do with it. I ran my foot with it. I just want to enjoy life. I can't. Besides it, I get out again. Some more shit I got shot up. How the fuck is all these shit getting shot up by getting up? Just like I said, the same night I got out of jail. You know what? D told me that story when D got shot. You know what D told me she went to the club by herself. Most of them out. I caught me here like, you feel what I'm saying? These niggas, they did, you know what I mean? Who do you go to the club with? He went to the club by himself, got dropped out. Like this what happened. Me, my brother, my baby mom, and D went to the hospital. Scotch right. So my baby was sick. So me and my baby went out. So the D was on his hand. And he was weak. He was sleeping and everything. All right. Hey, go home, go down, don't go to the club. All right. D want to be hugged. Fuck these niggas this now, I'm going. D went to the club. About 4 o'clock. My sister called. But they just jumped D, but they beat her on. I said, who? She said, man, got me. I said, damn, what the hell? I mean, D, who you with? They said, by yourself, nobody else. So I'm like, man, D already did it up, man. They probably hurt. So I get on Twitter. D on Twitter like, yeah, fuck, nigga, I'm good. So I ain't nothing wrong with it. So I talked to him on the DM. Like, bro, you tripping, bro? What's up, too, bro? You trying to be seen or something, bro? This and that. So I guess he got mad. So I thought, he told him to say, Dad, I just look at him like a big brother. You know what I'm saying? Man, I didn't need that, man. Like, jail ain't gonna do it, man.
Honestly, you ain't gonna make it in jail. You can't go to jail nowhere in Georgia. Do you understand that?
But I did.
In jail, as soon as the word get out, you there.
But no, I'm not going to jail. She already said that I ain't gonna be no bond. I ain't.
No. I hope they don't put you in the dorm jail. Did you ever think about stuff like that?
So what? I understand we gonna live. It ain't starting nothing just because I had participated in none of this shit they doing.
This is what, the reason we tell you what we tell you is to try to show you a flag, like, hey, The time is now. So you put all this pressure on yourself. You're trying to carry all this weight.
I know what I mean, because listen, I'm keep telling you I didn't participate in none of this. None of this. And y'all seem like this keep saying like
nothing was, look at me, bro. Nothing.
I have participated in none of this.
You a fake.
Huh?
You a fake.
What you mean I'm saying?
You a good boy. You a good boy.
Hey, coming to this.
Since January, we talking 6 months. You mean to tell me these dudes have shot up your mama, your sister, they shot at you and your baby mama and your baby, and all this other jazz, and you ain't did nothing wrong?
I'm saying what? I don't want to do this. They did it. Guess what I said? Guess what I said?
What?
It's okay, I ain't about to get hurt. Guess what I do?
What?
Put my pride to the side. Listen.
So you got it now.
You know why me and Shannon set up?
What?
Because Shannon like I'm going out there.
So Shannon basically trying to redeem.
Yeah, like.
So you seen the movie Juice? You ain't never seen Juice? With Tupac? I can't even use this analogy, man.
But what I'm saying is, Shannon get under plenty of time because these niggas came, shot at us, I did something. And I had
Shannon ain't standing for it.
Huh?
Shannon ain't standing for it.
He's not going for it.
Where Shannon keep his gun out, man?
Shit, on him.
So if we stop him, he gonna have a gun out.
That man got done every day. He gonna run though.
We got one. Where else he be at? What kind of car new baby got?
What kind of movie?
Car new baby got?
I ain't seen no baby. I didn't know that I was Shannon. He be in the white car, Nico car.
A white car?
Bootleg, Bible, one is the DW or something like that. Who car is this?
I bought a new baby car.
Equal. I ain't seen new baby. Niggas, new baby got that red car. Now you know they had red. They told they cut up. I don't know what kind of car she got. Let me ask you this: what kind of car you two drive? Motor and a Grand Impala. A Grand Impala or a Malibu? It's an Impala. Impala? Who car is that? Well, who is this girl? What's her name? I don't know the girl, but I know the baby mama. I don't know her name. Whose car is that? Is registered to him? Or like, once you got license, so it should be registered to him. Because the first time it was Tree car, but Tree got her own car. They got the same kind of car.
She got her Impala too?
Yeah, great too. I mean, I thought it was, he was like, I seen him like last week, and he said that, I was like, nigga, you still do talk Tree. Nigga, I seen her drive this car like, nah, she got her own car.
Where the baby mama at?
Boulevard. I don't know if this is baby mama. I think that's where he still. He's on Boulevard coming. When he's in the DD County. Like, I don't get to Boulevard. Like, YSL got my into Boulevard guy. But yeah, they into Boulevard. I don't know. I thought they were. No.
They gamble over there?
Yeah, yeah.
On Boulevard Play?
I'm on Boulevard on Saturday. I said on Boulevard Sunday too.
For what?
Shout down about this little side street, like about a gas station.
Wabash.
Huh?
Wabash.
That's the name of it?
What park is it?
Nah. They like what they like going to a $100. But it's on the side street right there.
Boulevard Place. Where the gambling house at? Where they sit on the porch?
Yeah, they was like you out there.
No, they talking about Boulevard Place.
Oh. So I told you I didn't hang with that. I with the crib, man. I did. Hey, you would gambling. I mean, no boy. I mean, if you was sitting in the car, and if you seen Shannon somewhere, you seen me move out, they tell I we know each other. You know what I'm saying? And I remember my baby mom got into it. I was like, damn, he act like he gonna trade on me too. I mean, what the fuck going on? So she kind of scared one day. Like we argued. He just scared ass nigga. I mean, I wasn't scared. I mean, so, but shit, man. I ain't getting that picture, man. That shit hurt me, man. I mean, I texted you last night, cause it was on mine. My pride wouldn't let me do it, but I just texted you like, damn, bro, you need to tell me. Which one is Shannon phone? They say your phone? I don't have Shannon, though. I just got Dino. What's Dino? 698-353-9229. Then you know the crazy thing about it? That me and D still wear the same clothes. What you mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, yeah, like he, like he never brothers do. I know, like his mom is hard on her. I mean, so they struggle. You know, sometimes, you know, do you know he sleep in sometimes? Yeah, my brother. You ready?
That's not I'm trying to get a job or anything.
You know, reason I had Terry Split and I had thereby take an auto. I had them charges, so I just like, man, they probably won't give me a job.
A lot of people.
My probation, I had top probation, and they were like, they were gonna try to help me out in September. I mean, try to get me back on the right track. I really, because it's point now, man. I'm just lost, man. Shit.
But you still saying you ain't leaving.
Huh?
You still keep saying you're not leaving. I ain't leaving. If you stay here.
Well, listen, you keep saying, I don't have them in the opposite state.
So?
I mean, I'm not used to, okay, put it away. Miami is a nice city. I mean, I can go down there. If me, Jay, Sean, and Baby was to go down there and stay, I just want to go down there for like 50 days to come back. I mean, so I'm not, and it's, I'm regular, like North Carolina. Like, it ain't dead. Go to Tampa. Why you gotta go to Miami because of the Blitz? Go
He
somewhere.
like the beach. You know when he said he like the beach.
Orlando.
There's other beaches though.
Go to Orlando.
So beach. You said you felt.
I just get homesick and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So.
But what's home to you is it's gonna be the death of you, because everybody that you hang with, that's what you missing really. They're trying to kill you.
So really, at the end of the day, it's just you. It is. And I know you don't want to go that sound, but I'm telling you.
Go start.
I'm not gonna leave her behind. Like, we don't gotta do it so much. It's like, go right there. You know what? I don't need supposed to be right here right now. You know what I mean? Because I ain't supposed to stay down there night. She put me out. You feel? Yeah. And then when they bring the cover out, she leaves. So when I woke up, shit, I just want to be on the door. Bring that body. I mean, all I got to see is the police. I was so scared. I was like, what they doing here? I mean, so, I don't know.
This is the plan I say. You, Sean, and the baby go somewhere else. Start fresh. You don't know nobody. Try to live a regular life.
Oh, yeah, no, man. What's that?
But that's
Charlie, sitting that down, it's just like, everything went. I mean,
because now you're the elephant in the room. Everywhere you go, that stain is on you. When you, let's say business, you get charged with all this, maybe 2, which I doubt, but 2 years. And they say you got to go do your 2 in tail fair. What do you think gonna happen?
you think I'm going to go to prison for this? You can, if you're convicted.
You're a convicted felon, bro.
So what can I do to make this strange up? I don't know why. I do whatever, man. I don't know. I do whatever, man. I'm glad you mentioned that. I do whatever, man. I'm stunned, man. I'm glad you mentioned that. Because last Thursday, Ms. Kim Dammers, the U.S. Attorney, like the head person for the federal system. And I basically broke down to her everything that we had as far as your case, all the retaliatory shootings, all this, all that, right? She said you guys have great cases, but we need somebody with direct knowledge that can take down the main culprits. To us, I don't think you're not a main target because you are the target for them. Well, we want top guys that's calling shots. I know you heard the term, we want the big fish.
And sometimes to get to the big fish, you got to dang the small fish in front of them for them to come, for the fish to come. So, if that's something that you want to do, because our case is sealed with you, like it's not, you know. Of course, we would like to, you know, solve some of these retaliatory shootings and all that stuff. But as far as your faith, at this point, you could. And the only thing that may possibly help you is you helping yourself by speaking what you know. Right. But you know what? That's not sharing.
He on the same level as you.
Basically. I don't consider sharing the big fish. Like you said, he a gopher. You understand? And that's the way he's less, in my opinion, he's less than what your status is. What I need to do. I want to know what the fuck Thug doing. I want to know what the fuck goddamn where his money is from. If they got to get to Birdman, it will talk about damn Wayne Bus. I know.
We start at 12:11:35.
When I comment like that, but that trying to kill. She tried to give me a phone talk to me. I mean,
He would talk to you.
he wanted to talk to me. I'm like, look,
Why you didn't?
cool, bro, it just, that nigga kill me. Like, I mean, I just knew he was trying to get me come around. I didn't even,
You almost looked at it like a Ronald Thug might have been your ticket.
I had cut. Yeah, I thought I would get famous. I thought I would get money, man. I didn't think this shit gonna go. Then Rocco tried to get me to hang with him. I don't know what the hell he even think, bro. I'm like, but ain't Rocco cool with Bloody J and all the ABG, some nigga boy? Who Rocco down with? Look, Rocco was gonna sign Bloody J, but Bloody J tried Rocco down Bergen. Cause he thought to her, you know, that's right. So Bloody J, you know, pushed up on Rocco then with guns. But Rocco then had police up there and stuff. You know, there was a deja vu. I know a lot, you know what I'm saying? But y'all just help me, man. I help you, but I don't know when you help us. I just don't want to be these niggas. Like, at first I was like, man, nigga gonna do it. I don't feel like it no more. So, when did this change? When I see my baby smiling. Like, you take it right there first, like, you'll see how happy she get. That shit, they made me feel like,
You got something to
I'm
live for.
she was like, hey, I'm like, she almost talking.
That's the reason to live.
I mean, so like, listen, when I heard he gonna kill me, man, I know a lot about the nigga. I know about the other people he had killed. You know what I'm saying? Like the nigga on gangster. I heard about him now. You know what I'm saying? I heard him tell my own mouth. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard my name come up in this shit,
You take it.
I know you're not saying. You know what I'm saying?
You talk about Thug. No. You talk about gangsters.
Got killed. The blood nigga who Blood J probably paid.
Oh yeah, like it.
Yeah, I heard about all this. You know what I mean?
Question is, what you gonna do about it though?
What you willing to do?
I'm really happy all these jobs to keep me safe.
Listen, you're gonna have to look at everything in the wind. This life and all this shit, cause it ain't no coming back.
So you gonna help me. You gonna help, but you can't be going back and forth.
It's either you
But you
with
ain't
us,
going back and forth.
it's either you with us or you with them.
I'm not with them. You saying that now because you're gonna kill him. I called him on the answer. I called him plenty of times. It wasn't from an unknown number. I called the insurance phone. You have a house?
What's the number?
It's 291. I can't remember the last 4 digits, but we got to save the insurance phone up on the OG. I have called. I called you plenty of times. You know what I mean? I called to let you know what the dispatch was. If you call me and I don't answer that, they bring the stick out. You feel me? I knew they had guns in there. They night dispatch.
That's on Smith Street?
Yep. I mean, this same day he pulled a gun out. I mean, he just like, y'all gotta move. We ain't go nowhere. Like, I already left after I even called from everything. Yeah, you feel me? So, I mean, but, to be honest with this, man, this is like, keep me alive, man. Just out of jail, I promise you, I'll do whatever it takes.
How can you keep you alive if you're going back over there? We can't. I'm not posting up there with Candy in there with you.
No, I had it come in with, I could say with, yeah. I'm telling you what I could say with, yeah. You know, you gotta shoot him. I ain't even there.
I gotta use restroom. I'm trying to hold it.
All right. Come back with that. Anybody on the jury need a restroom break? I know we have just gotten here. Okay. Anybody out here? All right, we'll just wait.
Boy, this trial take more breaks than I do on the job when the boss ain't looking. Can we get some balloons in the chat for Young Thug's birthday? His 33rd birthday. Can we get some balloons in the chat for on
I mean, hey, I told you I was going on. Like, anytime kill, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, I just like this, like I said, man. Like, what does he fall in all this? Yeah. What does he fall into all this? They thug and try to get him to be with him. Will be with him. Thug trying to get you out of the house. Trying to get them all. Mom, they trying to get you to be with them. Yeah. They had it going when I was locked up. You know what I'm saying?
So these things you done.
Yeah. So the king of Atlanta. Yeah, I heard of the nigga G Prince. Mm-hmm. And Houston. Yeah. Thug said he gonna be the new him in Atlanta. He got a lot of people to go through though. Who's trying to do that? Yeah. Well, him. He not taking no shit. He not. He not taking. Thug not taking no shit from nobody. Well, this. Nobody else. care about nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Don't take shit from nobody.
Well, how did the beef with game in here?
The game league is shut up. They throw it told Shannon do it. Shannon told me my league was that win.
Just give me the word.
Yep. And throw it to him. No. Say turn on the GD. I can't Milton. Just Hudson, something like that. He ain't baby. You know what I'm saying? He stopped. I mean, I ain't here to play. You know what I mean? I just don't want to go to jail. I mean, you got to sit down for a little bit. You're going to have to sit down for a little bit. Why jail though? Because which one of those summer camp? Lego land or something? It ain't no other choice, because I told you last time I saw you. I said, you gotta leave shit alone. I told you that at the dump when we drove you at my turn field. I said, at some point, you gotta stop, and you not. You thinking in your mind, listen to the gun that you found around the house wasn't bad, right? You thinking in your mind because you was doing so much, and now you didn't calm down a little bit, that you ain't doing as much, but you still doing shit. You understand? You still did it. I haven't listened. I understand what you're saying. I've done so much. I calm down. Listen, I haven't. There's nothing like. Guess what? I got out of jail. That gun that y'all got. That gun wasn't justice. Which gun? That's the one y'all got in the house today? That gun wasn't just like. I mean, you can come pick that gun up. You know what I'm saying? They get that gun back. But while you were in jail, you don't know what has happened with that gun. But what I'm saying is, I know who had it. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to take it up with them. Right. You know what I mean? I'm not, like I said, like right now, I'm not trying to go to jail for anything. I mean, well, the thing that you're going to jail for is what you did. You have possession of that gun when you know you weren't supposed to. What did y'all find gun in the house? In the kitchen. In the kitchen drawer. Right where you were. And you got, we was in the room sleep. Where did you get taken into custody at? They told me to call out the door. I was dead on the floor when they came. My baby was out there, they had put, she opened the door, I'm like, they don't know we got a baby in here. I mean, so she said she told me to kick the door, she opened the door for them. I was laying on the floor with my hands up. I thought he was going to come in and get me. They like crawled out. I crawled out. I mean, I didn't have no gun. I didn't know there was a gun in their house. I promise you. Well, like I said, the one thing I know is investigating with that gun. I know. But Johnson, y'all be telling me, can y'all at least investigate before y'all charge me with it? Yeah. We're not going to do more stuff state that gun. But we gonna get to you going to jail for
this brown.
Yeah, for the gun from the dump Boston. But we gonna go and like I said, work this inter case for Buckhead, where the laptops and shit was found at where y'all stay. You understand? You just said whatever outside of it, we gonna work all that out. And then the other issue with the gun at the house today, we gonna work through all that. And then you, like I said, you got this warrant from the city for traffic stuff, riding the damn four-wheeler. And then you got the issue, like you said, I didn't see that Jeffery County stuff. That didn't pop up. But whatever you got going on with Jeffery County, and when we clear your name off the system, it automatically gets a call to your PO. So then you deal with that. But like I said, it's up to you on what you want to do. And I can't promise you anything to say, I'm going to get you out of jail, I'm going to do this, I'm going to help you, but you gotta give to get. You know how that works. I'm going to give y'all everything y'all want right now. It don't work like that, like right now. But if you want to tell me something, so that's on you. What can I help y'all with? So y'all help me. What matters, not just to us, but to district attorneys and the U.S. attorney is bodies. That's what over everything. Fuck drugs. Like if that shit matters at the end of the day, what helps is bodies. Because we don't want no murder. So I help y'all with it. With what? With the bodies y'all help me with. Bodies, yes. You got a lot going on right now. But that will 100% come from me. And I ain't got to say no lie. I'm gonna say, yeah, he told me this. That was thought while I was just talking to the investigator nutcase. Like, you gotta help the bodies. We care about bodies in large amounts.
resume at 12:22:30.
But the ones who with him, they currently leave. It's professional. I mean,
About how many guns you think in the studio?
shit, everybody got one. Everybody got one. Everybody. I mean, the people there don't get a gun for. I mean, see.
What truck Thug been driving lately?
Nah, looking at that, I want that BMW, then this nice car.
Well, who be driving that blacked out Matt Black?
With that,
L-50.
with the four wheels and five wheels. They just throw a truck, but see, he went to Canada the other day. Like, he seen me, he riding real slow. But he was living it, you feel me? But I went close up on the truck, so I ain't say, man, but the last car they seen me was the little BMW. You know what I'm saying? But they threw a truck, though. Okay. You know what I mean? But
What Pee Wee call it?
Pee Wee,
You know, you see how you know what I'm talking about?
it's Chucky Russell.
Yeah. You know which car I'm talking about?
The car that he sent shot to two with.
What car?
I'm at 12:23:43. Resuming at 12:30:16.
So,
Do you think that Max will come in and say something?
I feel like if y'all ain't like y'all, she not gonna tell her brother. Right. She gonna tell everybody but her brother. So I feel like if y'all scare her up,
I mean, but she is scared. Some chicks ain't really scary no more. Like,
you know, she got a smart mouth, so she might not be, but Shannon, he feel adorable.
he fears Dora. Why?
He thinks she'll tell him.
And Dora is
The other one, her name, she good dress Dora on Instagram.
what is it?
G-O.
Good dressed
Yeah.
Dora.
Yeah.
That's her real name, Dora.
I don't know her real name, like, that's it.
And Bobby White got them eyes on her, don't she?
Yeah,
Like some weird.
one of the big food.
I know you talking about.
She got a small mouth, like, I've been around her a lot. She probably, cause she took my phone, she got small me, you feel? I just like, I don't know if he trying to do it for real, but I didn't know he think he talking about for real, like, you know what I mean?